ガオーガオー食べちゃおう。こんにちは、こんばんは、おはようございます。Hello everyone. Hello Starseed and hello Nimby. We have a little bit of a different week this week. Instead of Monday, we are streaming on Tuesday and Thursday instead of Wednesday. But thank you for coming. I'm glad that you were able to make it in spite of the schedule differences. Today we are taking it easy and we are going to be playing Period by Little Witch. It is a Moige. We're going to be playing a little bit more of an Inchan's round. So that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. Excuse me. I guess I'm a little tired. How are you, Chad? How are you? How are you doing? What you been up to? I have been working very hard on game stuff, game developer stuff. I've been working very hard on it. How should I? Stuff like giving the approval for like the ending video and stuff like making references for CG for the artist and stuff like that. Never expect the day when no, not that kind of period. Not that kind of period. And you can track it anyway with apps and stuff. But yeah, we haven't played Period in a long time. I feel like we've done 3 routes, I believe. Aoi, Miu, Kohane, and then that's all. I think we've only done 3 routes. And we've got Miu's route, and we did Aoi, and then we did Kohane, but right now we're doing an Inchan route. I think Yukina, let's see, Koto, Suzuki, I think, I forget her name, and then, Asahi, I think that's 4 routes. I think we're 4 to 4, Yukina, Koto, Asahi, and Suzuki, I want to say, I forget her name, but we got 4 routes to do. We got 3 routes done. We're on our 4th now, so we're very— Don't track it! That's gross! Don't track it! Nobody needs to track it except for me. But yeah, so we're getting close to the halfway point. Obviously, I cannot show you these spicy parts. You'll have to play that on your own. There is a fan disc, and the fan disc does have routes for everybody. It has routes for Hatsune-chan, or Hatsumi? I think it's Hatsumi. And then, Arisa has a route, and most importantly, Chitose-chan has a route in the fan disc. But the fan disc does not have an English patch, so I will not play it. And also, lots of ecchi scenes. So I cannot play that for you. At least not on YouTube. And I wouldn't be comfortable playing that with an audience anyway. But speaking of eroge chat, like I said, I've been working very hard on my game. I'm really hoping to get it out by early October, I want to say early to mid-October. Worst case scenario, maybe later October. I want to get it out before Season 2 drops. Season 2 of Aspen Hotel. I want to get it out before Season 2 drops. Because I don't want the excitement for Season 2 to take over any publicity the game might get. Especially with all the stupid stuff going on right now with like payment processors and Steam and Itch.io and all that stuff. Visa, MasterCard, whatever. I want to make sure my game is released as fast as possible. Of course, after debugging and beta testing. So that is scheduled. Debugging and beta testing is scheduled for September. And then hopefully it should all be done by October. I should have the final build then. This coming August is going to be for finishing up assets and then sending it over to the the programmer. Hopefully that should be done before the end of August, and then all of September for debugging, sending it out for beta testing. So we still have quite a bit of work to do. But I am working hard, and if you would like to support me, wink, 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 chat. If you would like to support me, my commissions are open, and my donations are open. Every little bit helps, and it all goes towards the game. It would be a big help, just in case. Shouldn't your game be free? You would think so. It is free, but better safe than sorry, right? It is free. There's no profit. Everything I make goes right back into the game, but I still worry, you know? I mean, they're starting to ban cat girls because they're like animal adjacent, just like insane stuff. Just like insane stuff. In case it wasn't obvious, I hate censorship. I have zero approval for censorship. But I still think that the industry should be legally supported. You know, support the devs, support the developers, support the distributors who make it available. Personally, I am boycotting Steam. And I never shopped at Ichio, so that's not a problem. But I'm not using either of those sites because I do not approve. But instead, I'm gonna get my eroge directly from the manufacturer, the developer. That's the best way to do it, I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't think censorship is like a good excuse for stuff like piracy and whatnot, because the people who made it should still be supported. Anyway, yeah, there's been a recent push to censorship in the UK. Oh god, I heard about that. With the Discord or something. It's ridiculous, man. People are using like Final Fantasy or something like that, Death Stranding or something to get around it, and it's honestly it's very angering that there has to have this level of policing in the first place, because like you know, if you're an adult, what you buy and what you consume fictionally is nobody's business. Honestly, it's nobody's business, you know. Let me play my dark, you know, non-con eroge in peace, you know. I personally still import my eroge from like Mandarake or Amazon Japan. Because physical games, they can't take it away from you. It's a physical game, you can't take it away from me. What are you gonna do, huh? Break into my eroge vault, huh? No. Physical games are peak. But I know that's not an option for a lot of people. So that's why I recommend getting your eroge off of like Manga Gamer, getting it off of Shiravun, getting it off of Just USA, and also I have a code. If you're interested, I have a code. If you want that code, let me know. It gives you, I think, 30% off, I believe. Yeah. No! Do not say that. Cat Girls is absolutely not that. Cat Girls is absolutely, positively, absolutely not that, okay? It is not. It is not. Don't even joke about that. It is not. It's an excuse. They're banning political stuff on Wiki as the main. Don't even, man. I have a real big problem with censorship of fiction. And anyway, let's get off the topic. I'm getting too worked up about this. Long story short, I am against censorship, of course. You know, I'm against anything like that. Exercise your democratic options, I guess, by boycotting, which is what I'm doing, you know. Or call them. You can call Visa or MasterCard, and you can say, you know, I have a problem with what Steam and Itch.io is doing, and get them really mad. Send them physical letters. Call them. You know, do what you can to demonstrate peacefully that your civil rights are being violated, you know. Amendment, what was it, free speech? Whatever. But the point is, I think all fiction should never ever be policed, ever, even if it's something I hate. In fact, especially if it's something I hate. it shouldn't be police. There's plenty of stuff I hate. You know, I hate horror movies. I hate The Terrifier. I hate Saw. I hate Tusk. I hate any gory movie. I hate them. I hate them. And they disturb me, and I hate them. But I'm not like a lunatic, and I'm not gonna say, oh, you like horror movies, you must be a murderer. You know, no, I'm not insane. I'm not a lunatic. I can tell the difference between fiction and reality. Anyway, I'm getting way too worked up. Let's move on. I have very strong feelings about this. Hello, Memento. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you would like me to write that little fanfiction, please just DM me. Let me know. I'm giving you a thumbs up. You can't see it, but I'm giving you a thumbs up. Alright. Let's get off this whole subject. I'm gonna get really mad if we keep going on. And nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear me complain. But yeah, I am very anti-censorship. Fiction should never be police and should be allowed. In fact, I regret not making my own game more spicy. I held back significantly. I wanted there to be necro. I wanted there to be somno. I wanted there to be paizuri. And none of that made it into the game. None of that made it into the game. I joke that if this game is like a runaway success, then I would make a fan disc full of all the H scenes that got cut from the main game. Easily! Oh, thank you, Asakita. Thank you very much. I didn't mention this before, but if you donate to me, you get a free mini fanfiction. Just message me on Ko-Fi what you would like for your small mini fanfiction, and I'll write it for you somewhere below. I'm gonna say 100 and 300 words, somewhere between there. 100, 300, maybe 500 on the upper end. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much. So what was I saying? eroge! H scene, there I am. ジャッシュは聞いてくれてありがとう。こんにちは。楽しい一日お過ごしてください。はい、ありがとう。今日はね、リトルウィッチの萌え毛、ピリオド、リンジャンのルート、やるよ。最近はね、僕ね、自分の乙女芸作っているよ。もうそろそろ発売だよ。でも無料の同人芸だからね、ただだよ。フリーなんだよ。無料の同人芸なんだけど、一生懸命頑張った僕、そして、イラストレーターさんたちと、声優さんたちも全部みんなが頑張ってくれなきゃ。もう少し発売は、10月かな、ハロウィンの前にね。My degeneracy would cost more than that. Okay, well, if you change your mind, let me know. Paizuri, but you're flat. Not, I didn't say it was me. I did not say it was me. It would be Angel. What the fluff? Hold on, I have a picture. Let me find it. Let me find the picture. Hold on. Where is it? Where's the screenshot? There's a screenshot. I'm trying to find to like demonstrate what I mean. Hold on. Maybe I'm not finding the right one. Oh well. This is gonna have to do. I think this is okay to show. Probably. Here it is. Here's the picture I was looking for. So it would not be me doing the paizuri. It would be Angel. Let me demonstrate how. This is how. Look at this man. He's full of fluff. Look at this man and tell me he is not built for paizuri. Look at that fluffy chest. Tell me he is not built for paizuri. Look at this man right here. Look at this twink. Tell me this twink is not built for paizuri. Look at this boy and tell me this twink is not built for paizuri, okay? Alright. Let's take these down before I get bonked. Is there censorship? There's no censorship on my game. Genitals are uncensored. The voice acting is uncensored. Specifically the spicy dialogue is uncensored. I really wanted a Japanese dub. But that would be impossible because I am the only one out of the voice actors who know Japanese. I even asked them, I was like, hey, do you know Japanese? And they were like, no. I could sound it out though. But unfortunately, none of the voice actors except for me know Japanese. That would be fun though. Is nipple censored in chat? No, I think you could say it in chat. I think you can say it in chat. Yeah, you can say it in chat. You can say it in chat, that's fine. Would it cause friction? No, he wouldn't, how do I say this? He would not be, moving stuff hard enough for there to be a friction burn, yep. Yeah, anyway, I regret getting on this conversation topic. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff I could have included, but we'll see. You know, I have a feeling the game is gonna go one of two ways. Either no one is gonna notice and it'll like debut to like maybe 100 people playing it, and it'll be like a quiet release, or maybe it'll go viral and people will go crazy and there will be like articles that's like, this is the adult fan game in which you can like bang angel dust, and also it is bad representation because blah 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 blah, you know, the adult fan game that was too spicy for Steam, I don't know, whatever, you know, the Otome game that Vivian Majano sued into oblivion, you know, whatever. For the record, I've not been sued, I've not been served with any kind of notice, because it is a parody and it makes no profit, okay? It is legally distinct, it's cool. Details, we need more details. Okay, I'll give you one juicy detail, okay? One juicy detail. I really wanted there to be a necrophilia scene, and this got cut out, because it was supposed to be like a death scene that one of the characters references as like past trauma, and I wanted it to happen just as like a CG, and then I thought, well, what if I just expanded into a full scene, and then I asked the voice actor, I was like, hey, hi, are you okay if your character is a little violent? And he's like, yeah, that's cool, violent, yeah, that's cool, and I'm like, cool, could he, like, murder, this other character? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, after the murder, could he also, you know, like, maybe, like, kinda have his way with, like, force? And needless to say, that went over like a lead balloon, and I'm not gonna press the voice actors to do something they were uncomfortable with, so that scene got cut. However, it is still referenced, it is just never shown. There's no CG, there's no H scene, but it is referenced, so know that in my heart it is canon. But that one never made it off the drawing board. I think I even began to write some of it as well. But yeah, it didn't work out. Okay, that's your juicy detail of the director's cut, uncut vision in my twisted little head. All press is good press. I don't know about that. That's pressing the yandere trope to its natural conclusion. I don't know if you would call that a natural conclusion. But yeah, that one never that one never made it off the drawing board, but that's okay. You know, there's 20, there are 28 scenes in this game, 20 of them, and all of them are different. All of them have different content going on, although a couple of them are like the same position, but like, they're all more or less different. There's like Het, there's Yaoi, there's multiple Yaoi, there's no Yuri, cause it's not them again, and I don't want any woman stealing Angel from me! So, yes, but anyway, there's lots to look forward to, So please look forward to that. I'm working very hard. If everything goes on track, the CG should be done by the end of August, and all of the assets should be done by the end of August, which means that all of September to do debugging and beta testing. All beta testers will have like 2 to 3 weeks to play the game to its completion. It took me 1 day to play the game from beginning to end, including unlocking the secret scene. But I also know the ins and outs of every game, of every route, of every secret part of the game, so that's why it probably took me such a short time. Yuri would be you, not Angel. That is true, but I still don't want another girl anywhere near Angel. No! No other girl! None! None! No one! No one! No other girl! No other girl! Chat, look at me! No other girl is allowed near Angel! None! Not one! No other girl! I am jealous! No other girls around Angel! Boys, maybe. Depends on how hot the ship is. If it's a hot ship, I'll allow it. If it's like a Val Angel, I'll allow it. If it's Angel and a mob, I'll allow it. But like, no Husker Dusk, black, gross, no. Where's my thing? No, not allowed, not allowed. I do not let my no TPs, no Husker Dusk. I would allow Radio Dust though, because Radio Dust is based in hot. That was actually going to be in one of the very, very, very early drafts. There was going to be some Radio Dust. But I could only afford 2 voice actors, so alas. Anyway, oh my god, it's been a half hour already. I've been just blabbering on about my game. I'm excited about the game, chat. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I've never come so close to, finishing a game. In fact, I've never made a game before, and like things are going pretty on time. I don't want to jinx it, but I'd say things are going pretty on time, so that's good. And there was a little bit of a delay in the first year due to funding running out. And that's why I held that donathon, and then it turns out it cost more, so I had that second donathon. But now things are on track. And we are so close to finishing it. So close. I am so excited, chat. I cannot tell you how hard I've worked and how long I've waited for this to come to fruition. I just really love Angel. Speaking of which, did you guys see that new Eda bag? It's so cute. There's a new Angel Eda bag at Hot Topic. It's so cute. That's so cute. I'm gonna save up and get that Eda bag. Super adorable. I wanna like be an all Angel Dust cosplay, and it'll be real cute. Okay, let me get a drink of water, and then we will start playing the actual game, which I promised we would. Alright, so let's go over to gaming. Mwah. I'm also really excited for fall because pumpkin spice latte season. Lots of good stuff is happening in October. October 15th is my 4-year VTubing anniversary, which is really exciting. Hoping to get the game out in October. October 29th is the new Has-Been Hotel Season 2. I'm so excited. And pumpkin spice lattes. Huzzah! Also Halloween. And Halloween is also Mama Kuma's birthday. It's her birthday. So lots of stuff going on in October. Alright. Ja-ja! August 15th, Tuesday. Oh hey, wait. That's actually not too far off from our real date. July 29th, we're not too far off. Alright, that day, weather was strange starting in the morning. I hear cicadas? Crickets? It wasn't fair weather. On the other hand, it wasn't completely cloudy either. Just when you thought the sun was going to shine through, the clouds descended around it, distant thunderheads seething. Whoa. In short, the weather couldn't decide on what kind to be, and the sky was quite unsettling. I thought my clothes, too, were uncharacteristic, as I pulled on stuff with a nice appearance. I was even wearing clean shoes. I thought I put a little too much fighting spirit into it, but, well, I'll just ignore that. My engagement with Rin was to meet at 11 a.m. in front of the station. Whoa! Date! It takes 20 minutes to get from the dorm to the meeting place. Giving myself some margin, I left my room at 10:30 to go to the station. But, ooh, can I sell Has-Been Hotel to me? Hold on. Let me pause it for a sec. Can I sell Has-Been Hotel to you? So there's certainly parts I don't like. I don't like a lot of the canon pairings. I don't like Chaggy. I don't like, what is it called? Cherry Snake. I don't like Husker Dusk. There's a lot of canon pairings I don't like. But, to me, I got really fixated on the one character, Angel. And because of that, I'm able to be excited about the rest of it. Personally, I'm into it for the 2D animation. It's really refreshing to have a 2D animated cartoon that's not ugly and meant for adults. If you were an Invader Zim fan as a kid, as I was, this is like a logical next step. If you're ever into, I don't know, Jonan Vasquez, any of his stuff, you would be into Has-Been Hotel. It's got Toxic Yowie! It's got Val Angel, it's got, like, sex worker and pimp and toxic boyfriends, and it's got, like, cannibalism, and lots of fun, dark stuff, which I'm a big fan of. It has on-screen sex scenes, which honestly was a big selling point for me. Has a banger soundtrack, a really good soundtrack. The animation is beautiful. I can't tell you enough how beautiful just the line work, the colors, the animation. It's really a beautiful eye candy kind of show to look at, as opposed to like any other kind of adult cartoon show, like, I don't know, Smiling Friends, Rick and Morty. I am a big Rick and Morty fan, but it is an ugly show. Those character models are ugly. But not Angel. Angel is gorgeous and beautiful, and I love him. That said, it would be really funny if you played my game first. And that was like your first exposure to Has-Been Hotel. That would be really funny. But yeah, it's an adult cartoon. It has BL scenes. It has really beautiful animation, great soundtrack, great voice actors. Okay, the story is about Charlie and, whoops, why is it doing that? The story is about Charlie. She is the daughter of Lucifer, like the devil Lucifer, and Lilith from the Garden of Eden. And she is like their half human, half demon kind of daughter. And she is a good girl despite being born in hell. She wants to redeem sinners and send them to heaven because she believes all people are inherently good. But who cares about that? More importantly, you have Angel Dunn, and he is the #1 adult film star, and also sex worker, and also stripper in all of hell. And he has a boyfriend, Valentino, and they have a relationship that's really toxic, and I love it. Angel is like in love with Valentino, but also their relationship has soured, and it's unhealthy now, but like possessive and violent and full of passion. And I'm thinking of this from like Fujoshi point of view, but honestly I'm just into it for Valentino and Angel's character dynamic. But also I like Angel with other characters too. I like Angel with Charlie, I like Angel with Alistair. Did that answer your question? I hope that did. Anyway, Rin-chan, she's so cute. Look how cute she is. I recommend. I started off watching Poison. That was the first thing I saw from Hazbin Hotel was Poison. But that's also spoilers. So I would recommend starting with Addict. The music video Addict. I would recommend starting with Addict. And then I'd watch the pilot. And then I'd watch the TV show. That's what I would do. Yeah. Not really, but also yes. Hey, you asked a Fujoshi, you're gonna get a Fujoshi answer, okay? I'm into it for the BL. And also Angel-chan. Huh? What are you doing here? There was Rin standing with the paperback in one hand. Are you reading Lolita again? Look at... Oh! Look! Oh, look. We have the same bag. We have the same bag, chat. Look at us, we have the same bag. We have the same bag. Hell yeah. Same bag. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. Okay, let's get back to it now. Before I lose track of what I was doing. Where's the game? Here it is.
なんでいるんだと言われても待ち合わせ場所
I forgot we were going on a date. Yes, if we're talking about coordinates, then that's right on. But there's still 30 minutes until our arranged time. Yeah, she's fashionably early. What a good girl. Look at her cute little nose. Me too, girl. Oh, me too, girl. Matching outfit. I guess you could say it's kind of matching. Oh, she's so cute. Let's not talk about doxing, huh? Why don't we keep the conversation light and on subject? Rin checked the position of the bookmark in the paperback and stored it in a little pocket. So how long have you been here?
10時に
What? So early?
意外と早く先輩が来てくれて助かりました
I'm sorry, we were supposed to meet at 10:30 and you've been here since 10? That's early. I guess so. 1 hour is way too early. Even given that she was reading a book.
実はここに来た後で先輩が遅れてくる可能性に気づいて真っ青になったりしたんですが待ってて2時間くらいかなとか
Do I seem that unreliable?
印象と違っててよかったです
So I did seem that unreliable. At this point, Rin took out an old memo pad from her pocket and began to scribble in it with a pen. What are you writing?
見ての通りメモです
She intended to thoroughly document the date. By any chance, material for the diary?
まあそんなとこですね
As I thought, she changed somehow. She's cute and da-da-da-da. Oh! Aw, what a cute CG. So where are we headed first? Have you thought of something, Rin?
それが全然
I'm not that way at all. If I'm going out somewhere, I need to look at everything into where I'm going. I need to look at movie times. I need to look at menu. I need to look up everything. So soon after yesterday, huh? Then what are we doing? How about the standard for a date? A movie or something? Oh, I love the CG. Oh, that's beautiful. It's the thumbnail! It is.
映画はやめときましょう。
Ah, I thought a movie would be really cute. Why?
映画を見るのは映画自体が目的になっちゃうじゃないですか。
I guess it's depending on how you look at it.
今日は先輩とお話もしたいんで。
I see. Naturally, while appreciating it, you have to be quiet. Then what else?
先輩はありますか？
Window shopping? I want to go wherever you want to go, Dean.
とっさに思いつかなかったんです。先輩に聞いたんですけど。
Aw, you both bored? Why don't you just go sightseeing then? That's so cute. Oh, sorry.
まあ、気を使ってくれたのには感謝します。
Dean said this with a slightly shy expression. Good. I thought it irritated her.
行きたい場所か。
Dean muttered a little while flipping through the memo pad. Her huge eyes moved back and forth meticulously.
別にデート用にとチェックしたわけじゃないんですけど、個人的に足を運びたい場所ならとりあえず37カ所ほど。
37? That's too long. I'm gonna take a quick break, water some flowers, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Let's see. I thought about playing this before, and the chin face put me off a bit. What are your feelings about it? Oyari Aishito has a very specific style. I love his art style. Some people say it's an acquired taste, but I particularly love the shape of the faces. I love how he does the chin. I love how he does the ears. I love how he does the rib cages, and the limbs are long and slender. I love the shape of the fingers. Look how he does his fingers. I love just his lines in general, very kind of watercolor. I'm a big fan of all of his work. If you don't like his work, I still recommend playing it. And it'll grow on you. I really love his artwork. He's also had his artwork featured in many museums, in many exhibitions. He's very accomplished. He's been drawing eroge since the 90s. He's been doing doujinshi since the 90s. In fact, one of my prized possessions is an old doujinshi. He had an old pen name called Nutchi, or Ink Pot. Was one of his older pseudonyms, and I have some doujinshi from him from 1994. And I believe his first game was Shirotsume Soa, and that one came out for the Dreamcast, and I have it. I have all of his games. I'm a big fan of all of his games. The only one I don't have is the limited edition version of Shirotsume Soa. That one's hard to find. That's the only one I don't have. Thank you, Starsing. Thank you for welcoming me back. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of everything he does. I have all of his games, all of them. Anime faces are, yeah. I mean, if you're completely new to anime, I guess it's kind of an adjustment period. But I've been a fan of anime since forever, so I don't see it through normie eyes. Hello, Tatsuko-ai. Hello. I'm so happy to finally catch one of your streams. You look adorable. Arigato. Thank you very much. Thank you. Today, we are playing Period. We are on Rin-chan's route. She is so adorable. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you can make it. The candidate suddenly went from 0 to 37.
無理にっては言いませんけど。
No, I was just surprised by how many there are. I hurriedly said this.
そうですか。
Rin looked relieved.
あんまりデート向きじゃないかもしれませんけど。
If it's someplace you want to go, Rin, isn't that good enough?
はい。
She's so cute. Rin-chan の笑顔。微笑み。
まあ、一回じゃ回りきれるはずもないので。
Oh God, what if it was the last time? You mean going on several dates?
そうなっちゃうのかな。
She's so cute. She used to be so tsun-tsun, and now she's all dere-dere. Dere-dere. Are you locked into a route? Yes, we are on Rin-chan's route. We are way past the point of the common route. If you want to watch the common route, you can check my older videos. My older videos about Pirio. But yeah, we are way into Rin-chan's route. We're on a date with her. Well, I was just thinking if I could use that as an excuse.
いえ、それもいいかもです。
I don't think so. Look at her face. She looks upset. Saying this, Rin flipped through the pages. Oh my God, speaking of Oyari Aishito, his new work, Machine Child, it's been in development for like 9 years, I think. It's finally coming out in Japan. This year, I think. Super excited. Day 1, pre-order. Guessing from the worn-out look of the memo pad, she'd been writing in it for quite some time.
じゃあ、まずはここにしましょうか。
She's so cute. I love her. Oh, she decided?
彼氏と一緒に美味しいお店を見つける。
What's that?
二人で美味しい店を新規開拓、発見するんですよ。
That's so cute. That's so fun. You get to try out a new restaurant. Man, I wish I had something like that going on in real life.
少しデートっぽくないですか？
No, it does. That's so cute. That's such a cute idea, girl. Sounds pretty interesting. I agreed. But that was in with the 37th? Why did it take him 9 years to make a Muslim Maker clone? First off, it's not a clone, alright. Second off, I think he was like the sole developer of it. Like, I think he was also doing the coding stuff for it. But it was more complicated than just a visual novel. I think there's also actual gameplay elements to it. And, you know, who knows? A lot of stuff happens in 9 years. You know, life happens. So, you know, he's just, you know, since Little Witch dissolved, R.I.P. in 2000, I want to say 2010, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. When did Little Witch dissolve? Little Witch, yep, since 2010, it's been defunct. R.I.P. Sugarcoat Face with their last title. And then there was AU Senki. Little, not, how should I put this? Any Oyari Aisho game is a kamiye to me, but AU Senki was a little disappointing to me. Just because it wasn't like a real, proper, eroge in which you don't have like a romance route. It was more of a divide and conquer fighting style kind of game instead of just a straightforward visual novel. And I don't really like visual novels that have gameplay in it. I only like visual novels that are straight, pure visual novels. Straightforward, nothing but ADV. I do not want any other kind of gameplay in my visual novel except for pointing and clicking. That is all I want in my visual novel. I do not want any other kind of gameplay. But raising Sims are fun. I will say raising Sims are fun. I'm definitely gonna play Machine Shao when it comes out. Yeah, more like Sengoku Dance. Yeah. Anyway, it would be good to get a hit on the restaurant.
外れたら外れたで印象に残りますよ。
A mistake that would leave a memory like that would certainly be worse than you're thinking.
じゃあきちっと当てる方向で。
Don't put that much pressure on yourself. Just click. Just pick what kind of food do you like? Do you like French food? Do you like Japanese food? I personally, French food and Japanese food are my favorite. So I would go to a French restaurant. You know, pick what kind of cuisine you like. Do you like, you know, low cuisine? Do you like high cuisine? What kind of cuisine do you like? Hello. Better late than never. Exactly. Better late than never. Your knowledge of VNs is absolute. Hardly. I'm just a fan. I'm just a big fan. Start early, I guess, and learn the language. Is my best recommendation. I can also recommend like sites like Get You, you know. But when I started way back when, there was like a whole bunch of written eroge blogs. There was like a small network of written eroge blogs, and I ran one for like 5 years. It never got popular. This was before VTubing, and eventually I got into VTubing because I still wanted to share my love of eroge. But I ran a written blog for several years and never got popular. I'm so much a better writer than I am a speaker. I'm not eloquent at all as a speaker. But writing, I'm really better at expressing myself. But yeah, I just want to share my love of eroge with the world. French food, add butter. That's certainly part of it. That's right. There are several restaurants I wanted to go into for some time, but haven't.
私も候補なら数件。
Shall we try going in the direction of the arcade?
店の前まで行って決めましょう。
Yeah.
これで先輩のセンスがわかりますね。
Oh, I had to choose cautiously. I mean, I do like a McDonald's from time to time. The starting event in my date with Reen was the two of us searching delicious restaurant hunting. The goal was to choose a restaurant neither of us had entered before and try the food. There were several I'd previously been interested in, Chinese cuisine and casual restaurants. Why not a famille? The one we chose from among them was a pasta restaurant. Ooh, I love pasta. I love it. My old writing blog? No, it's been gone for ages. Not just me, but Dean had also been interested in this pasta restaurant that served a unique pasta made of squid ink. Oh, it's like squid ink makes the pasta black, right? With a slightly joking mood between Dean and I, we made our selection in order to get a favorable impression. But yeah, Italian and French food are my favorite. It was not good? It was an unusual taste, quite difficult to put into words. Ah, you have no taste. Pasta, all pasta is good. After the meal, we took a break. Oh my god, I love pasta so much! Fettuccine Alfredo is my favorite! Fettuccine Alfredo with shrimp. The portion wasn't very much, but it was just the right amount for Dean, and for me, with that taste, the portion saved me. Oh, you didn't like it? Snob. So, calling 100 points a perfect score, how many points?
そうですね。
80! 85! 86 points!
私は80点
Yeah!
です。
Me too, Rin-chan! Such a high score?
ほう。ってことは、先輩は何点だったんですか？
Well, it wasn't really bad, but there wasn't anything worthy of special mention either. The squid ink! The squid ink pasta! That is special right there. Does it make your teeth black? What does it taste like? I want to eat it. In other words, it was inexpressible.
何言ってるんですか？なかなか美味しかったですよ。ソースはコクがありましたし、具もたくさん入ってました。
Yeah, girl, you tell him.
これで出てきたお水がレモン水じゃなければ、もう10点上乗せしてもいいぐらいです。
Yeah, I hate lemon water. She really values it highly. She insisted like she was pressing me for an answer. She liked it that much, huh? I felt awkward about expressing a difference of opinion. For me, the noodles were too soft, so it wasn't very good. It's pasta! What do you want? You want it to be al dente? Frankly, if they had been just a little firmer, it would have been okay.
あ、それはあったかもしれません。
I don't care if it's al dente! I like my noodles soft. I like it soft. Hell yeah. This is just... Oh, let me paint you a picture, child. Let me paint you a picture. Fettuccine Alfredo. The noodles. And the sauce. Creamy, buttery, delicious, unctuous, umami. A little bit of sweet, salt. Fresh, cracked black pepper. A little bit of red chili flake on there. No parsley. Oh, so good, Chad. So good. A little bit of shrimp, fresh shrimp. So good. I like soft pasta. It doesn't have to be al dente. Probably noting down her thoughts on the squid ink pasta. I mean, I've never had squid ink pasta, but I think it's like the same. It's the same thing, right? Does it taste special? Does it like taste kind of fishy? I don't know. But there's something nice about this. The two of us doing something together, and moreover talking about various things is pretty interesting. That's a mouthful. What I mean is, the two of us delicious restaurant hunting is a success, isn't it? Yeah. And he nodded, grinning.
お店も当たりでしたし。
Oh, I love spaghetti. I love a spaghetti with a great big meatball. Now I want pasta. I mean, it doesn't take much for me to crave pasta. I love pasta. I like it however it is. I like that, Starcene. I like that. That's good. I'll pass on that.
お話のネタにもなりましたしね。
In short, as an event to further connect us, it had great merit. Well, although we're just finished eating, what's the next destination? Why don't you go to she doesn't want to go to a movie. To me, my perfect day would be to go to an amusement park. Not scary rides, but like fun rides. You could walk, you can get food, you can get candy, you can get stuffed animals, you can go on rides together, you can bond, you can go to a movie. There's so much to do at an amusement park.
次の目的地は
Also, the Ferris wheel, very romantic, very romantic.
西洋灌漑です。
Western District. Huh? No, it was the Western District. The Western District is synonymous with sightseeing within Nagasaki. It was a district where the streets turned the Western style when foreigners came to live in Nagasaki after the Edo period. It's a place where the people who live in the area visit on any opportunity. When I was a kid, I visited several times on field trips. In all honesty, I didn't find it that intriguing of a place.
私、実は行ったことないんです。
Oh, we gotta go! You've never been?
行ってみたかったんですけど、なかなか機会がなくて。
Hell yeah, I'll take you. Then let's fulfill her request.
先輩の印象は？
Just Western style houses lined up.
バッサリな表現しますね。
Not like there's really any attractions that stand out or anything. Maybe there was something like romantic history, a taste of relics of the early days of the Meiji period. Not like the kind of place you go to actively have a good time. You have no sense of fun, man. The brat I was back then was just thinking like, this disappointed feeling is just like a field trip.
確かに、なんとも言えず嫌な子供ですね。
Yeah! このガキめ！何言ってるのこのガキ！うるせえ！ Well, but I thought I was getting taken someplace like an amusement park or a zoo. I have never been to a zoo. I have never been to a zoo before. I offered this explanation to Dean with a wry smile. One thing that I'm worried about for Japan is that I hear animal rights are not so great there, like with the cat cafes and dog cafes, exotic animal cafes. I hear that that's like not such great conditions for animals, like zoos and stuff in Japan. That's one thing I'll have to avoid. What is like your limit for ride scariness? I can't do roller coasters. As a kid, I was super into roller coasters. But I can't do roller coasters anymore. I have too weak of a stomach. Never. I've never been to a zoo ever. Not when I was a kid, not as an adult. I have never been to a zoo, ever. No, I think there is a zoo nearby. Well, kind of. It's like a couple hours away. But I've never been. I've been to an aquarium. Does that count? I've been to an aquarium.
今なら印象が変わるかもしれませんよ。なんたって恋人同士で行くわけですし。
She's so cute. She's such a romantic. I felt that I was getting caught up in the magical power of the word sweetheart. 恋人同士? But it sounded charming. It might be interesting to try it. Then, let's go. To have impressions that were different from what I'd held up until now, that would be best. In what way will I see the Western District, visiting it on a date? An experiment or something.
街のどこかに埋まってるというハートの石を探しましょう。
Ooh, there's a legend like that, isn't there? Ooh, an urban legend. In the Western District, a large number of paving stones are spread all over, but among them, it seems there exists one stone shaped like a heart. And that stone has the usual fortune. If a couple finds it, they'll have happiness. That one.
らしいですね。
らしいね. Up until now, seeing couples aimlessly wandering the Western District, I would think, what an annoying legend. But strangely enough, when I become one of the parties involved, I think I'd definitely like to try it. Then let us make haste, Rin-san.
いきなりテンション上げないでください。ついてくの大変です。
Rin felt discouraged. With our second destination chosen, our feet started carrying us up the hill to the Western District. I passed beyond it several times, this hill road. It was like an air totally different from the landscape I had seen before, spreading out. That's how I felt. Ohayo, Hachinichi! 今日はリトル1の萌えゲーピリオドだよ。今日はまだリンちゃんのルート続くよ。今日はリンちゃんと一緒にデートする。8日は元気かな？元気？Eventually, when we left the Western District, it was 4 hours after we arrived. We had by no means found that ever-present heartstone, but strolling casually while looking at historical landmarks, spending time in idle conversation in cafes along the streets. Faster than I would have believed, the sun was drawn down to the western horizon. That's beautiful, Bo. Look at that, that's so pretty. Somehow, it was like the blink of an eye.
今日はありがとうございました。
Aww. Yeah. 僕もね、楽しかった。No, me too. It was so much fun.
それは良かったです。
How was it for you, Rin? She looks like she took notes at quite a few places.
思ったよりずっと。
What I could take away from that was it sounded like she didn't have a very positive expectation of things. Yeah, buddy. But from her cheerful face, I'll take things in a good way.
先輩は今日のデートで何か感じたこととかありましたか？
I found undying love for you. Let's see. When you're on a date, it's difficult to Shut up.
0点。
Exactly! Don't say that to a girl! Don't say stuff like toilet to a girl. Gross. Sorry, I was lying. I love her little face. I love it. What am I doing getting demerits now? Because you said something stupid. I've got to pull it together. Still, it's completely different from going out with friends. I would never know. I would never know. I've never been on a date. I would never know. I was a little nervous, but I thought, right now, I'm walking with a girl. Somehow, it's a good feeling. I was strange, even though we're really a couple.
なんか軽い感想ですね。
No, a special girl. Special. No good?
ダメってこともないですが。
やっぱり
でも、
ね。
私が先輩にとってそういう対象になってるっていうことはちょっと不思議ですね。
Don't say that! 恋愛とかうんちとか言わないで！
なんだかくすぐったい感じです。
くすぐったい Rin said this and smiled.
他に感じたことがあれば日記にでも書いておいてくれると嬉しいです。
はい、今日は僕はリンちゃんのことが大好きっていうか Got it. The same goes for you, Rin.
気が向いたら。
いや、ずるい。
冗談ですってば。
I didn't know any standards to judge the dating success. But for me, I was able to spend an extremely enjoyable time. I thought, of all the days I've lived so far, this was without a doubt a rich one. Above all else, I've got to see all manner of Rin's expression. I was pleased. As long as it was okay with Rin, I'd like to be able to go on another date. That's cute. August 16th. August 15th, Tuesday, cloudy, sometimes clear.
まず最初に、今日はとても長い一日でした。そして、とても密度の濃い一日でした。
I'm gonna close the blinds. Hold on a moment.
私の人生でも記憶されるべき日であったことは間違いありません。
Oh, I made that much of an impression?
今日は私の初デートの日でした。先輩
Aww.
はもう経験済みかもしれないけど、
Didn't get night.
実は私、男の人とお出かけするのは今日が初めてだったんですよ。それを言うと先輩も緊張しちゃうかなと思って黙ってたんですけどね。実は朝からずっとドキドキしっぱなしで、昨日もあんまり眠れなかったんです。
Aww, she's so precious. She's so precious.
朝もいつもより早く目が覚めちゃって、出かけるまで勉強しようと思ったけど全然手につかなくて。
ちょっと水飲むよ。
しょうがないから 待ち合わせ時間よりもずっと早く家を出ちゃいました。一応本を読みながら先輩を待ってたんですけど、緊張しちゃって内容が全然頭に入ってきませんでした。かっこ汗。
She's so cute.
お昼に食べたパスタ、私はとても気に入りました。初めて入るお店はドキドキしちゃいますけど、先輩がいてくれたのですんなり入ることができました。
So we're definitely buying her that pasta again. We're gonna make that pasta for her.
お店の人の視線もちょっと違うのですね。それが少し気持ちよかったりして。
No. We didn't steal her diary. We do an exchange diary.
とりあえず初めて2人で入ったお店は大成功でした。私的にはこの調子で美味しいお店をどんどん開拓していきたいですよね。西洋館街にも付き合ってもらってありがとうございました。以前から気になってはいたのですが、なかなか行く機会がなくって、千歳が誘ってくれたんですけど、女の子2人でハートの石を探すのもなんか寂しいかなって。
No, it just means a Yuri route. It just means a Yuri route.
結構歩いたんで後半はバテちゃいましたけど、見つかってよかったですよね。ハートの石探しだけじゃなく、先輩にはとても感謝してるんですよ。
This is so heartwarming. これはハートフルだね。
おそらく私の予想なんですけど、先輩って今日一日私と同じ速さで歩いてくれましたよね。先輩の方が足も長くて歩くのが速いはずなのに、私は今日一日普段と同じ速さで歩いてたんです。帰ってきてからそのことに気づきました。男の人ってそんな風に気を使ってくれるんですね。先輩だったからなんでしょうか。
Honestly, I don't even think he put any thought into it. I think it just ended up that way.
人柄というか優しさを感じることができて。
Was I a diary? I've kept a diary on and off. I don't keep one anymore.
私とっても嬉しかったです。また機会があれば一緒にお出かけしましょうね。
I mean, I kept one for like a year and then I stopped, and then a couple years later I picked it up again and then I stopped. Uh-oh. I'm grinning! Nia nia suru! I'm laughing and grinning and being flustered while remembering tonight. I might be writhing! If I don't stop, I'll look suspicious to those around me. But Dean was able to have such a good time that made me feel really happy. Writing these replies was enjoyable, but it looked like it was getting to be an awful lot of work. Upload it? No. It's personal. My second date with Irene. Oh, we're already on the second day. Okay. My second date with Irene was realized without much delay. What we prepared next was touring the 11 stone bridges spanning Nagasaki, a pretty cool subject. Irene and I went around the stone bridges while checking a map that Irene had prepared. In the midst of this, as we were visiting the 7-stone bridge, we were visited by a sudden downpour. This was no passing shower that was weakening. We had become confined indoors. It's not stopping. It was a little too strong for us to appear to be enjoying the sound of the rain. Oh, I like the BGM. The forecast said it would be okay. This is like water literally pouring down.
こういう日もあります。
I know that, but honestly, it would have been better if nothing had happened today. Shouldn't really be expected to take responsibility for this, you asshole weather.
空に毒づいてどうすんですか。
Oh, what is that music? Oh, I like the music. What music is this?
ま、とっても先輩らしいですけど。
I need to know what song this is. Nadine looked at me as she said this.
ああ、 先輩の日頃の行いのせいですね。
Gukun. By usual behavior, she meant that I'm weak. Or dating. I wonder if it's corrected my daily life a little. What was with that reaction?
先輩がデートごときで生活態度を改めるなんて。
What do you mean by that, Rin-kun? But those were my true feelings. Unlike me, spending my days in relative leisure, Rin was preparing for exams. It wasn't like we have that kind of time to spare. For an accident to crush our long-awaited date, that really hurt. We visited only half of the stone bridges.
続きは次回です。
That was disappointing. I'm sorry, all your dates are just visiting bridges? It's not romantic. But your requests are always unusual, aren't they, Rin?
そうですか？
It's a little different from a date-like date, I mean. Looks like she didn't get it. I don't get it. Rin just slowly stirred her iced tea with the straw sticking from it. I think that an ordinary girl wouldn't propose, let's tour the stone bridges or something like that as a date. At the sudden rain, we interrupted our bridge tour and rushed into the family restaurant. You might as well get food while you're there. Paradoxically, this was somehow the atmosphere of a normal date. Fumi-san! Hisashiburi! Fumi-san, genki ka na? 今日はリットル1の眉毛ピリオド続くよ。今はリンちゃんと一緒にデート中だよ。今日は英語版なんだけど、もちろんオリジナルは日本語版だ。ふみさんはどっかな？今日はどっかな？Checking the state outside from the window, this was absolutely not a passing shower and showed no signs of abating. Still coming down hard, isn't it?
やむ気配すらなさそうです。
The location was like a normal date, but the conversation was lacking. Oh yeah, Rin had a curfew too. You have to get back by 7 o'clock today, right? 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock?
はい、すみません。
7時早すぎよ。リンちゃんはやっぱり大人だからね。なんでそんなに早い？ No, there's nothing to apologize. Yes! Why is like a full-grown adult, like 18-year-old Rin-chan forced to get back by 7 o'clock? Way too early. In the first place, she was studying for exams, and it was hard to have time to fully enjoy summer vacation. Looking at the clock on my cell, it was a little past 6 p.m. I need to know what this BGM is. This place shouldn't be that far from Rin's house, but as for the time, we couldn't overstay. Okay.
どうしたんですか？
I'll go buy an umbrella. Oh, you know what this is? I recognize what this is. I finally recognize what this is. You know what this is, chat? Period released a series of character song CDs. Period はね、発売の時はね、いろいろなキャラクターソング CD 出たよ。リンちゃんとコトちゃんと、ミユちゃんといろいろなヒロインたちが、自分のキャラクターソング、キャラクターテーマの CD を出たよ。キャラクター曲テーマ出たよ。Back when Period was first released, they also released a series of character CDs in which every heroine had her own individual single that was released on a CD. So I think there were like 9 in total. Every girl got one. Aoi, Koto, Rin, Yukina, everybody, Asahi, Miyu, everybody got a CD. Every heroine got a CD. So that is definitely what some of these songs are. Those CDs, by the way, you cannot get them. I have been trying to hunt them down for years, and they're very hard to find. Let me get a quick drink of water. But yeah, all the heroines sing their own song, and they released it on individual CDs, and Like, I think if you look on like Amazon Japan or something, you can find them, but they're hard to get. They're really hard to get. I want to collect them. Anyway, naturally, we weren't carrying any tools to deal with the rain. If I left the restaurant, there should be a convenience store. I'll buy yours too, Rin. So wait here. Rin restrained me, pulling tightly on my sleeve.
私の傘いらない。
Oh, we'll share one. We'll share one. Yeah, I mean, partly promotional, but also it makes extra money. Yeah, that's what these songs are. Aha, I knew I recognized one of them.
もったいないでしょ。
I wonder who sings this one. I don't know. Sounds good though. It would be a waste. Ah, but don't you want to carry an umbrella too?
その一緒に入ってけばいいし。
ああ、ロマンチックね、リンちゃん。一緒に傘なんて。Together, she meant. That was assertive for Rin. Then I'll go buy just one umbrella. I'll escort you to your house, Rin, so that's okay.
ありがとうございます。
Sharing an umbrella. If I bought a small umbrella, we could be glued together. Of course, I would never think such brazen things. Really? Yee-cha-yee-cha. Brushing away the wicked thoughts, I left Rin in the restaurant and ran to a nearby convenience store. Of course, I was planning on buying a large-ish umbrella. Usually, at this time, the setting sun would be blurred across the western sky, but with the clouds descending on us today, the town was quickly wrapped in the darkness of night. There were a great number of puddles on the road, and even walking in a straight line was difficult. Our long-awaited date, what a waste.
残念といえば残念です。
So if you don't say it's regrettable, it's not regrettable? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I guess we should have thought of it as an indoor day plan too. Well, a field work-like date also seemed like Rin. If pushed, I'd have to say that was one area where we're alike.
ありますよ。室内プランも。
Then why didn't we do that? What?
雨が降るなんて思わないじゃないですか。
Tell me about it. Changing things right in the middle would be sudden, huh? Although Rin was probably prepared. Next time we should execute the indoor plan. 元気だよ。ありがとう。今日はお休みです。おー、休み中かな？休み中。元気来てくれて本当に嬉しいよ。いっぱいゆっくり休んでね。
そうですね。
Concerning the size of the umbrella, the two of us had to walk nestled together. We walked slowly, maintaining a delicate distance where I wasn't quite sure whether our elbows were touching. You should have interlocked elbows. Somehow, there was a nice smell. Maybe it was the scent of the shampoo or conditioner Rin uses.
どうかしました？
Nothing.
怪しい。
I was just thinking that somehow there was a nice scent.
そうですか？
But Rin herself didn't seem particularly interested. Maybe it was something like that. Do you use perfume or something?
まさか。
That's right, Rin doesn't really have that kind of image. Then it must have been shampoo or conditioner like I thought. It was slightly sweet yet refreshing fragrance. I thought that it suited Rin's image, and I was close enough to Rin to catch that scent. No, it's nothing. I was very conscious of Rin, of this girl that was so small. You're going to go home and study again, huh?
うん。
Ah.
受験勉強の他に宿題もあるし。
That doesn't sound fun. 全然楽しくないよ。
先輩は進んでます？
Come on, man. Is that a rhetorical question?
先輩は進んでいることがあろうか。いや、ない。
Rin smiled delightedly. I should say something for the sake of my honor. I finished some homework too, for what it was worth. But, well, people have strong subjects and weak subjects in school. They like the strong subjects, so those are soon over with. But the ones they're poor with are left neglected.
でもちゃんとやらなきゃダメですよ。
宿題やだ。勉強やだ。わかるわかる。Surely at the end of summer vacation, elves appear and get it done somehow.
実に幻想的ですが。
やだな。
宿題も幻想で終わりそうですね。
Yeah. Until now, I would be yelled at by Asahi if the progress on my homework was slow. But this year, I was going to be scolded by Irene, huh? Boo-hoo. All right. Will you take a look at my homework, Irene?
藁にすがるのも程度ってものが。
I don't want to do homework. I've been studying every day for the past 2 weeks, you know. No, I thought just a little. If it's Irene, it would be alright, wouldn't it? You're advancing in the White Dove Academy, Irene?
そのつもりです。
Well, yeah, nobody wants to flunk. The school building that Irene attended for the time being is on the academy premises, but it wasn't an escalated system, so she had to sit for examinations. Furthermore, because of a pretty severe curve, around 30% of those taking the exams transfer to a different school. Well, as far as I normally see. It's probably a 1,000,000 to 1 shot that Irene would screw up the exams. If you come with us, you'll be a shoo-in for getting in the student council.
そうですね。
That would look good. That would look good on your resume or something. Irene mingled it with a sigh. It made me smile a little. But Yukina-senpai won't be there next year.
そうですね。
Aw. Irene's face became a little lonely.
でも先輩のことだから顔を出しそうですけど、実際そんなこと言ってましたし。
Really? A sister-in-law in the student council would be tough. So if Kohane-chan becomes student council president and you her assistant, Irene, that would be interesting. An angelic student council president. That's a pretty nice image, isn't it?
じゃあ先輩もどうです？
Me? In the student council? I'll be a senior next year.
力仕事、いやいや、オブザーバーとして。
I think I could hear your real intentions just now. Pero? Irene stuck out her tongue. She's so cute. なんとか可愛いよ。
でも実際助かってるんですよ、男の人って。
Won't the president and Shigehisa be there?
大城先輩はなんだか頼みづらくて。
So it would be easy to depend on me?
それはもう。
Irene beamed. So you think you can depend on me?
頼ってますから。
Whoa! A surprise attack. She had, this is a typo, she had been unexpectedly frank. I'd had a lot of surprises lately. By the way, we're forgetting another guy.
忘れましたね。
That's okay.
別にいいですね。
ですね. We're awful people, both of us. Nobody cares about Junya!
落第するつもりはないんで。
Irene's face was full of self-confidence.
来年もよろしく。
Yeah, よろしく。ま。
もし私が入学できたら1年間一緒ですね。
That's right. In other words, with school events and the like, we'd be able to spend even more time together. Let's enjoy ourselves.
まあ期待しすぎないで。
While this was going on, we arrived before the Kagamiya house. Irene's home was an apartment in a new building that made you think it hadn't even seen 5 years yet, has it? Hey! I exhaled in admiration. This is where you live, huh? This building really felt like an upscale apartment.
なんです？
No, it's nothing. I just thought Irene's home is opulent, isn't it?
今私は家を教えたことを猛烈に後悔してます。
However, it seemed Nadine was harboring misgivings towards me.
思いっきりパンチするので、それに合わせて記憶喪失になってくださいね。
やだ。殴れないで。Please stop. I pledge to not abuse your personal information.
本当ですよ。
本当？もちろんもちろん。At this point, Nadine finally released her fist.
リン。
Oh, who's that? A woman roughly in her late 30s. Wait. So how old was... Wait. Anyway, a woman roughly in her late 30s, let's say she's 39, stepped out of the entrance to the apartment building. Well, what is 39 minus 18? 21? Her expression was a little severe.
お母さん。
Mom?
あなたこんな遅くまで雨だって降ってるのに。
That's her mom? Jeez. Well, Nadine definitely didn't get her cute looks from her. Nadine's mother fixed her stern gaze in our direction.
先輩の雨宮さん。私を送ってくれたの。雨が降ったから。
Uh-oh, she doesn't know we're dating. よろしく頼むよ。俺は雨宮です。Pleasure to meet you. I'm Amamiya. 怖え。I tried giving her a casual greeting, but the stern expression on Nadine's mother's face didn't change.
受験生をこんな時間まで連れ回すなんて。
Come on, it's not even 7 o'clock!
その年なら判断がつきそうなものだけど。
I hate you.
お母さん。
リン、早く家に入りなさい。
I was taken aback for a moment and couldn't respond.
ごめんなさい、先輩。
No, you have nothing to apologize for. Your mom is horrible, though. With an apologetic farewell, Nadine left the umbrella and ran to the apartment entrance. Standing near to her mother, Nadine looked back, showing me an anxious expression. But from next to her, I was struck by a gaze much like hostility. Somehow, it didn't look like I was going to be very welcome here. That's probably how a girl's parents are. It wasn't unreasonable to be doubtful her daughter with a strange man. Tried to convince myself with a theory like that. But Dean's mother's reaction was probably something you couldn't explain. But it was our first meeting. There were bound to be misunderstandings. Certainly a shock. But this isn't the place to refute or hang on it. Then, excuse me. Saying this, I bowed slightly. Dean looked at me with an uneasy expression, but with her mother holding her shoulder firmly, she was pulled and disappeared into the apartment. Feeling the sound of the rain getting a little stronger overhead, I started on the way back to the street to the station. La! In spite of the shock, I still felt down. It wasn't like I caught something serious, but a rainy night on summer vacation pissed me off that I couldn't think of anything else to drive it out of my mind, which didn't know what to do. Don't think about it so hard. How many times have I thought that in the past 30 minutes? I was depressed. Maybe if I was able to get some sleep, when I woke up, my feelings would change. But my head, which wasn't known for having any trouble sleeping, was wide awake today. It's better to not be liked by the girl's parents? What? I don't agree with that. Who could that be at this hour? Haven't you heard the saying, like, you marry a girl, you marry her family? You know, you want to get along with your partner's family. Oh, this is Janine's number. I answered the phone right away. Hello, this is Amamiya.
こんばんは。
Aww. Let me get a drink of water, hold on. I like this little cutting. Whoa, what's wrong? I was surprised. It's unusual for you to call me. Up until now, we exchanged emails and the diary, but this was the first time she'd phoned directly.
さっきはごめんなさい。
I thought that's what it was about. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Certainly, it's my fault too. In practice, it was the truth that I kept out Rin, who was studying for exams. Tell her I'm sorry.
先輩は悪くないです。
Rin seemed worried about it, but it was enough for her to be concerned to call over it. I noticed that my depressed feelings from before were swept clean away. You don't have to worry. I didn't really think anything of it. Rather, I thought that if I could finish it peacefully by apologizing, that's what I wanted to do. More importantly, I'm concerned about whether you got in trouble.
私は大丈夫です。
Her voice didn't seem like it. Anyway, thanks for today. Although it was a shame that it rained.
先輩。
Uh-oh. Rin's voice cut in as I was changing the subject.
時間があったらまたデートしましょう。
Yeah. But is that okay with you studying for exams?
ちゃんと予定を組んでやってます。そこでかっこ悪いことするような私じゃありません。他のことならともかく勉強を先輩に心配されると深く傷つきます。
I see. I profoundly agreed. I certainly felt that worrying about Rin, as far as grades were concerned, was pointless. I understand.
わかりましたか?
There was Rin's usual slightly self-important voice. It relieved me a bit. As if that was conveyed to Rin, she relaxed too and giggled. Then I look forward to our next date.
先輩に合わせてインドアなのも考えてますんで。
Indoors, huh? Bowling or an aquarium?
候補に加えときます。
Then there's the standard, going to visit each other's homes. Having said that, there was no way I could invite Rin to the dorm. On the other hand, if I visited Rin's home, her mother would probably be making grim faces at me. That plan was impossible.
じゃあそれで行きましょう。
Somehow, the situation started to turn in an unexpected direction. Are you going to come visit the dorm, Rin?
寮は寮生以外入れない規則ですよね。
There are those who ignore that. No, forget that. In general, you can't get in. Truthfully. Then, you mean me coming to your place, Rin?
そういうことです。
Doesn't your mom hate me? So that was how it was going to be. But won't your mother get mad at you?
あさってはお母さんは深夜までいませんから。
Nice.
なのでお昼に来てもらえれば全然問題ありません。
That seemed like sneaking in.
来たくないですか?
I'll go. Aw, crap.
じゃ、待ってますね。
Got it. I'm looking forward to it.
よかった。
Rin's voice sounded relieved. I thought I could hear a faint "he's not mad" in there. I pretended I couldn't hear it.
じゃあ、おやすみなさい。
Yeah, night. Rin, whose voice had become very animated, wished me good night and hung up the phone. Oh! Through a natural progression, somehow it had been decided that I was going to visit Rin's home. That was kind of like a full-blown regular date. On top of that, that was like we're high-ranking sweethearts. I felt that I had to get a little psyched up for the next date. But, it was still the matter of her mother. I had to be cautious. For today's diary, I'll just close with something like, suddenly I'm going to visit your house. Looking forward to it. Aw, good night, Joshua. Oyasumi. 聞いてくれてありがとう。いい夢を見てね。This is so cool! No, calm down. Yeah. All right. We will save that for another playthrough. We'll save it for next week, okay? We'll save that for next week. We'll save that secret home date for next week. See how it goes. I do love the animation of this title menu. It's so cool. I wonder what kind of engine this game uses. Alright. Alright. Okay, let's go over to chatting. I hope you had fun today. We will play some more period next week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Rin-chan is super cute. The artwork is beautiful. To me, this is like the perfect summer eroge. Like spring summer eroge is like, I love it. I love it so much. Thanks for sticking with me. I know that I've been playing this game forever, and I really appreciate you all hanging in there and hanging out with me. As always, I will see you in a couple days. I will see you on Thursday. We're gonna be playing Too Heart. On Saturday, we will be playing Uma Musume. Next week, I don't know what I'm gonna play, but I'm definitely gonna put down more of Rin-chan's route. She's so cute. I love her. Alright. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I really appreciate it. Let me look at the chat real quick. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Hasakira. Thank you, Starseed. Thank you, Fumi. Thank you, Hachinichi. Thank you, Tatsukuai. Thank you, Halo. Thank you, Memento. Thank you, Nimby. Thank you, everybody who came. I really appreciate it. ストリームをありがとう。このストリームを見過ごしてしまい残念です。次のストリームは見られることを願ってます。次のストリームも楽しみにしています。良い一日を過ごしましてください。ありがとう、ジョシュア。うわ、I love you。ありがとう。いやー、僕はそんなに褒めてくれなくていいよ。You don't have to be so nice to me. Thank you so much. ありがとう。みんな大好き。Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. And I will see you in a couple days. Alright. Let me know what you want me to play next week. Let me know in the comments. Alright. Thank you so much. And I will see you later. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.